video. You know, thanks for hanging out with me, Marlon, my brother. Steamed cabbage, we have chicken notification bell, folks. Give your boy some support. All right, folks. I am back. We're just about entering into Peekskill. I'm about to get over in the
Maybe we just move this. You think so?
All right, folks, that's what we have for, on the menu today. Like I said, when I was coming down, I was telling you, give me a brief description of what's on the menu. You know, so we have rice, we have steamed cabbage, we have chicken, mac and cheese, and soda, water, and all kind of refreshments. And we have some juice over there in the corner. All right, so make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. And we can't do any videos of, you know, of the main area or the individuals that's we have some chips also. The individual is supposed to be receiving food. We're just going to take some pictures, and this is as far as we're going to go. All right, because they want to keep their privacy and want to respect their privacy. All right, yeah. All right, we're going to bless the food.
No, we're in the corner.
What you want to do? Okay.
Someone didn't hear for Is this for the stand? Is this for the stand?
Yes.
I know she has a stand. So it can,
Food done.
yeah, food is done.
All right, Seth.
Good job, everybody. Good job.
Chicken is going home. That left over.
You get that?
The macaroni and cheese is just about done. It was a very successful evening. All right, folks, so we're all done. You know, we came, we fed the people here at the homeless shelter, and it's in the actual homeless shelter, which is something that we need in Poughkeepsie. I don't think we have anything like this in Poughkeepsie, you know, because honestly, I'm going to drive up on Main Street in Peekskill area, and I don't think there's as many homeless people that's hanging out in the streets and shooting up drugs and doing all kind of stuff on the street that they're not supposed to be doing, you know, in Poughkeepsie as there is, or here as there in Poughkeepsie. Peekskill, you know, they got displays right. This is where they come hang out. But of course, they got strict rules, you know, of what they can and cannot. They can't bring contraband. You know, it's co-ed facility, of course, and this is run off strictly donation. I think it's run by the state or whatnot from donations. You know, so the next time we're gonna come back is I think August 9th. Yeah, August 9th is the next time we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna do that again 2 weeks after that, which is the 13th. All right, so looking forward to doing that. We had a very successful dinner feeding session, which we're there for an hour. They only allow us 1 hour from 6 to 7. We're able to give out good meals. A lot of people came back for second and thirds because we had more than enough, to give out. So it was very, very, exciting, and very happy to feed people. But here I am in my old stomping ground, Peekskill, right by the train station. Right, I'm gonna give y'all some views of the train station. It's very lively down here. I haven't been down here in a while. All right, this is Peekskill's train station. Wow, there's a lot of activities going on down here. Yeah, this hangout spot down here, the Peekskill Riverfront. There's a playground area, a parking area here where people park their cars and go hang out. I mean, we used to do this when I used to go to school down here. I used to come out down here and hang out with me and my buddies and shoot the breeze. Yeah, Peekskill Riverfront. Ice cream truck there right in front of me. Watch out your dog there, lady. You want to run your dog over. Yeah, you do the usual thing. You come down, you turn around, spin the block, go back out. But I think they need to repave these roads down here. These roads are a mess. Ice cream man, Mr. Ice Cream, Mr. Softy. Pepto-Bismol pink truck. Yeah, folks, this is a peaceful riverfront. They've actually made major improvements down here. It's a lot cleaner down here than it was when I was here 15, 20 years ago. Actually, over 30 years ago. It's a lot busier. Yeah, folks, I'm about to head on back up to my area. Got a bunch of restaurants back here. People over there hanging out, shooting the breeze. I can't drive down there because there are people walking back and forth. Yeah, I can't drive down there. Show you what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna head on back up. Hit the highway, head on back up. Yeah, I think one day I'm gonna come down here. I think the next time I come down here to do the homeless shelter, I think I'm gonna do a Peekskill vlog. Show you my own stomping ground. My own stomping ground. I used to go to high school where I used to live, place where I used to hang out, so on and so forth. You know, so this is Route 9 right here. You know, and this Route 9 is going to take us all the way up to Poughkeepsie. Route 9 North. Take us all the way to Poughkeepsie. You know, we're going to take it through Peekskill, go to Wappingers, take us to Hyde Park. Yeah, Route 9, and that's going north, and Route 9 going south. You take us to Peekskill. You take us to Ossining. Take us to, I think, Cliff, and I think it takes all the way down to the city. I think Yonkers. Yeah, Yonkers. Redid this whole roundabout right here for Bear Mountain. And they redid this whole thing a couple months ago, so it's a little confusing if you know what you're doing. You know, because I think it was much simpler the way they had it before they did all this with rigmarole and stuff like that. You know, but you know, I guess our tax dollars at work. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, yeah, about to head back home. You know, go relax. You know, keep my feet up and relax for the rest of the evening. You know, thank you for enjoying this journey. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment on the video. You know, thank you for hanging out with me, Marlon, my brother, you know, my mom, my sister, and one of mom's church sister. You know, we're down at Peekskill, John Peak Station, or John Peak House. You know, feeding the less fortunate, you know, the homeless shelter, right? You know, they all got a full belly today, you know, plus we were able to leave some food for the staff members and so on and so forth. So I can't wait to do it again. Yeah, we're gonna figure out, we're gonna do something a little different than many of this time. I think Marlon was saying he wanted to do like rice and peas in one tray and white rice and then curry chicken, and then we'll bring whatever vegetables and so on and so forth, you know, that we're gonna add to it. You know, so you know, next video I'm gonna be doing this next Sunday when we do our you know, do our feeding for the homeless shelter, for the homeless in Poughkeepsie, in my area. You know, except we're gonna be outdoor driving around and you know, feeding these people, as opposed to where we came down to Peekskill here and feeding the people on the indoors. And plus, you know, down there it was a lot restricted. They did not want any of the patients or the individuals to be filmed. You know, so the only real pictures that you got are pictures of food and picture of us serving and so on and so forth. We didn't get a chance to document much of anything in that shelter, which, you know, which is good. Well, it's okay. We respect their privacy and so on and so forth. We're not going to violate their privacy, but you know, we're doing a good deed.